My name is Rhapsody and welcome to a new series on Renowned Explorers International Society. If you don't know much about this game, don't worry, I know just a little more than you do. I've played through the tutorial and I've also played through the first mission, and I've learned through the course of, total 25 minutes of gameplay, that this is definitely something that I want to cover on the channel. It's got some beautiful elements from some of my favorite games of all time. It's got the combat system from XCOM. It's got the exploration and encounter system from FTL. It's got this beautiful aesthetic and just this sensibility about it. You'll see what I'm talking about when we actually get into the game. I should stop gushing and actually just start play. Discovery mode is basically like free play. You can retry whenever you lose, save and load whenever you want, and reach new locations faster. So of course we're going with the actual mode, adventure mode. You can't reload to previous situations. If you lose, it's game over, and the game automatically saves for you when you quit. It is recommended that you play this with the classical difficulty for a perilous roguelite experience where you'll need to master the mechanics. So of course we're not gonna go with impossible, and we're definitely not gonna go with easy or normal. Classic seems the good idea. Original difficulty, hard, requires some mastery to beat, and you need to be prepared to face bosses or risk losing. You will need a few tries to succeed. Oh, you say that now. So, select captain. The captain that you select is going to give you a perk associated with the character. So the perk here is Brilliant Scientist. Completing a research paper will give your study token a random improvement. The scout has plus 100% gold from treasure hunts. Captain perk for Victor Signac, who appears to be a fighter but is actually quite friendly. Gets plus 50% gold from every combat encounter. Or is that only from aggressive encounters? That's the symbol for aggression. And Yvonne Lefebvre, who is a Queen Explorer, plus 1 campaign token whenever you solve an encounter in a devious fashion. The bonus improves with each expedition completed. So I don't really have strong allegiances any way or the other. I'm looking through these and I'm thinking I kind of want to go friendly devious, just because that's non-combat, right? I don't really want to have to tend combative if I don't have to. But at the same time, Harry seems like he keeps our options more open. He does have the ability to be friendly, has high speech apparently. He's a glass cannon scout with very high speech and high attack, but barely any defenses. Although it is recommended that he goes with a devious or aggressive crew. And I'll be going with the recommended build just so that it's a little easier for me through the start of the game before I actually start thinking about, what strategies can I develop rather than what strategies are already inherent. So I think I might go Yvonne Lefebvre, just because she's got devious friendly. It's either that or Victor Signac. Mostly because he's got friendly aggressive. Would be going with Philippe and Kwame. Alright, let's go with this actually. Philippe and Kwame. So we have Victor Signac. He is a decorated military captain. His words and skills motivate friends and foes to follow him. Wants to impress with rare finds. We've got Philippe. Wow. Ben Susan? I cannot pronounce that, unfortunately. Ben Susan? And is Algerian. He is a surgeon of the Foreign Legion and has learned how to handle a knife on the street of Algiers. Wants to see the world. He's a balanced scientist, great attack and speech defense, but lacks armor. And then we have Kwame Amankwatia, who is from Ghana and left his Ashanti tribe to spread the spirit of happiness around the world. He used to be a real ladies' man. He is a rhetorician speaker, right? Rhetorician? Rhetoric. Rhetorician, it has to be. Speaker. I've never encountered that word before. With great speech and speech defense, but is lacking in attack and armor. Okay, you're a diplomat, you're an engineer and a rogue, and you're a tactician. Okay, that kind of gives us a decent span of careers here. Alright, let's start our adventure. Do I just click? Yeah, I clicked through this. Sorry, I forgot if there was ever going to be any dialogue on that screen that we were just waiting for. This is it! You got your Renowned Explorers International Society membership. Victor wants to make a big entrance and goes for an elusive treasure, a Viking ship. Rumors are a boat belonging to the famous explorer Leif Erikson is somewhere on this forgotten island. Tutorial, what's important to know? So the tutorial's relatively short. I'll do all of it except for the combat tutorial, just because I can explain the combat while we're actually in combat. If this is your first time playing, you may want to familiarize yourself with some key concepts in Renowned Explorers before venturing into the unknown. So, let's talk about the basics of the expedition economy. Your goal is to gather as much renown as possible to become this year's most renowned explorer. Plug for the title. You especially want to beat the current #1, Mathieu Rivaleux. You gain renown by finding treasures and collecting gold, status, and research, so you collect renown to win. You can spend gold on equipment, you can spend status on entourage, and you can spend research on research. Alright. Traveling on expeditions consumes supplies. If you run out of them, misfortune will befall your crew. You often get a chance to regain some supplies, so keep your eyes open. And don't run out of resolve. If you ever run out of resolve, your crew will no longer want to explore and you lose the game. You gain resolve for completing an expedition, but otherwise it's really hard to gain resolve. You lose resolve when a character dies in combat. So brief summary, find treasures, complete expedition, collect gold, status, and research on the way, and don't run out of resolve nor supplies. Supplies is very similar to fuel, or a currency similar to that in FTL. Every single time you want to go to a new area and embark on a new adventure, well, not a new adventure, because we'll call each instance an adventure. If you want to go to a new encounter, or a beacon in FTL, you expend a fuel, and you'll expend a supply in this game. With that knowledge, we're ready to embark. Learn the basics of an encounter? No. Moves during encounters? No, I'll talk about that. I already know how to lead expeditions. Let's go, adventure awaits. Oh man, a Viking ship has just appeared in the middle of Stonehenge over there. Excellent. So over here, we have a cultural challenge. A diplomat or an archaeologist might be useful. I believe I actually have, yeah, level 2 diplomat. And no archaeologist, so excellent. Let's go to this one. This is something odd. I definitely probably want to go to that one as well. You find a local merchant who wants to trade indigenous trinkets with you. Making deals with influential locals can increase your status and be profitable to both. However, anger the merchant and you're left with nothing. So we select Kwame because he is the highest in diplomat. So he has 10% base chance, plus 15% to the fact that he is a speaker, plus 40% to the fact that he is a diplomat, and basically plus 20% due to the fact that he has speech power or high speech power. So if we succeed, negotiations are successful, we get a campaign and a collect token and a bonus campaign token, or we can anger them and get nothing. Let's roll. Oh, come. Really? Oh no, in an attempt to get a better deal, Kwame called the merchant's wares useless trinkets. Needless to say, the deal is off. Really, Kwame? Really? Alright, so we could have a combat encounter here. Or we could go to this one, which has something odd, and then move up here for a nature challenge. Do we have a survivalist? No. Engineer, no. Tactician. Okay, so actually that nature challenge is probably not a good idea. We don't have a naturalist, survivalist, nor an athlete. I think this is a better idea. The crew makes a nice discovery, a ruined Viking village. It's been buried by the sand over the years. The crew fanatically starts to pull out planks, pots, and pieces. An old woman runs to you. What do you think you're doing? That's not how you excavate precious treasures. She continues, you're doing it all wrong. Allow me to teach you the archaeologist excavation perk with my state-of-the-art shovel, the Grev Master 3000. A once-in-a-lifetime offer. Excellent, so I get to choose someone to learn it. Now, do I have anyone who's already an archaeologist in any way, shape, or form? I don't believe I do, actually. So who do I think would be best as an archaeologist? I'm thinking diplomat archaeologist seems like a pretty good combo. Do you have anything that gives you archaeology? No, you get quick thinker perks. Do you have archaeology perks? No, I don't think you do. You just go rogue. And you're diplomat tactician. Yeah, you're diplomat tactician. Okay, so it doesn't matter who I give it to, really. I'll give it to Kwame. The old woman teaches Kwame how to handle the Grevmaster 3000 with the utmost precision and the finest digging techniques. This way, you'll never destroy a treasure by accident. Excellent. Excellent. We've got a study token. For each study token, you'll receive the following resources after your expedition. 4 to 6 research. That seems pretty good. There's gold to be found here. There is a wits challenge. A tactician, beguiler, or quick thinker. Okay, I have a tactician, actually. Victor Signoff is a tactician. Sometimes, your crew finds opportunities to promote itself shamelessly in the eyes of local to gain status. However, say something offensive or make the wrong move, and no one will like you. Oh, what? But you're a tactician. Huh? I don't get bonus for tactician? Man. This is unfortunate. Alright, Kwame. Don't brag. So I can either get 3 if I roll basically a 50-50, or I can not brag and just get 1. I'm gonna play safe. Okay, what is this over here? Another wits challenge, and your crew can be improved here. That seems pretty important. Diplomat or archaeologist? Shit. Hang on. So I have a total of 4 supplies left, and this can go directly to the ship. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. The crew arrives at an open theater, where the villagers approach you and perform a piece about... are going to perform a piece about Vikings. The director approaches you. One of our actors is sick, and the stand-in... one of our actors is sick, and the stand-in is not very talented. Maybe it would be fun if one of you would play the Viking Jarl? It'd be a great experience to... it would be great for the people to see a new face. Dear Lord, I'm bad at that. Okay, I've got a 60% chance to succeed. Alright, I'm gonna try it. It's more than half. Oh, come on! Oh, man. Sadly, Kwame's performance is poor to say the least. Philippe is quick to notice it and starts booing every one of Kwame's lines. After a shameful display, Kwame and Philippe have a little fight and the crew quickly continues exploring. Oh cool, Kwame actually leveled up as well. So I can get Diplomat Etiquette or I can get Quick Thinker Alert. I'm going to continue along the Diplomat path. And I've also unlocked a new skill, Cheer. Range is 2 tiles, and it's a friendly attack. Nice, 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 nice. Let's move onwards. Yeah, it's up here and then down. Okay, perfect. Perfect. The crew stops in an open field. Delicious rare mushrooms are growing here in small troops. These delicacies will go down great at parties or as a gift to other renowned explorers. Then we'll go here for Diplomat Challenge. The crew finds some true Viking architecture, a turf house. Due to the lack of wood here, as it provides better insulation, Vikings built houses covered in earth. The house must hold historical trinkets. You hear a lot of noise coming from it. The big turf house is a clubhouse of the Viking Committee, a group that tries to preserve Viking history. They're having a good time with each other, but ignore you. Maybe it's because you don't look Viking enough. These guys probably have some interesting trinkets in their possession. Victor ponders how you can get the best. So, thanks to plus 60% from Diplomat, I can just succeed outright with this. Or try and roll... It's not even good. I may as well just go for this one. A great success! Kwame is accepted into the Viking Committee. You learn a lot about the Vikings as well. When the time is right, Kwame asks your cause, or explains your cause, and asks the committee if they have some treasures for you. The chairman responds, "Of course, you're one of our Viking friends. What are you looking for? I'll try to give you the best I can give." So we can get a rune stone, something typically Viking, some distant loot plundered, or something that shows they had fun. I have no clue how any of these are going to affect anything, so I'm going to go for typically Viking. Got it. I'll go through our Viking collection. This is the best I can find. I hope it helps. So we have 80% chance for a dragon head, 5% for a Celtic horned helmet, 5% for Viking drinking horn, and 10% for green runestone. Dragon head, of course it was. Once part of a mighty Viking longship. +1 campaign whenever an archaeologist succeeds on the adventure wheel. I don't have an archaeologist, unfortunately. It's a good find and a fine treasure to take home. You continue with the Viking committee for a little. Philippe even impresses with some party tricks. Once the party ends, you continue exploring. So it's 0 to get here, and I assume it's 0 to go back, so I'm actually just going to go here for free. You encounter a group of Highlanders. Sweating and breathing heavily, one of them, who the other calls Coach, speaks. Hey there, we're the local rugby team, and we're trying to increase our stamina by jogging. We're about to do some tackle drills. Why don't you join us and show us what you've got? Alright, you know what? I'll go for the 57. I've failed enough rolls that I think I've stored up some positive luck that'll really pull me over the line. Excellent. Victor tackles the rugby players as though they even weren't there. Eventually, even 3 of them try to tackle Victor at once, but Victor keeps standing strong. After the training is over, the coach shows great appreciation. That was the best performance I've ever seen. It'll even go down in history as the best training ever. Too bad we can't have you on our team. Beautiful. We're getting a lot of tokens here. Free movement back, and we only have 1 supply, so we do need to go direct here. The Viking boat must be nearby. Once you get there, this expedition will come to an end. You can come back to this place when you wish to continue later. Are you ready to go? Yep, onwards. The crew searches the hills and dales thoroughly until you spot it in the distance, an intact Viking boat. The crew rushes towards this amazing find. It will surely skyrocket your reputation. Dear Lord, I'm stumbling over many words. It'll surely skyrocket your reputation at the Renowned Explorers Society. Let's get closer. The crew is stopped by a familiar face, the French explorer Riviere. Number 1 and most promising explorer rankings. Sorry, in the most promising explorer rankings. He laughs. Thank you, amateur. How lucky you were to find this fine Viking boat just after me. Under Rule 24B of the Explorer Mandate, fellow explorers should help each other out. And I really need this treasure to affirm my number 1 position. Your help will not be forgotten. Well, maybe. Explain that this is our treasure. Review continues. It seems my explanation was not clear enough. Maybe my strong friend Tommy can better explain this situation while I take the vessel. Wait 1 minute. Before Victor can stop Review, his crew fighter Tommy steps forward.
Not all little explorers. I need to explain you, something.
He's not letting you pass. Let's defend ourselves. So now we can actually get into combat and I can explain a little bit about the combat system. Okay, so if we do this in a friendly fashion, we will get Tommy thinking we're nice. If we do it in devious, he will be emotionally hurt and leave. And if we do it aggressively, he'll be impressed by our skill. We do have the ability to do it aggressively. So, we've got here our 3 characters, and obviously anyone that is not our 3 characters is an enemy. So you'll see down here at the very bottom, we've got attack, which is attitude aggressive. We've got try to win rage, which is attitude devious, and then we've got encourage, which is attitude friendly. Every character can do a aggressive, devious, or friendly attack, and if your opponent is something, so say we know our opponent to be aggressive, then devious will be stronger against them. If your opponent is aggressive, you can make him crazy by being devious. So it's kind of like a rock, paper, scissors system that we can kind of use here. So, let's try and exploit that a little. We've got 2 coming up the back line here that I'm not particularly going to enjoy having to fight. I've got try to enrage at 2 tile distance. Which is actually not that bad. I can move back, go for a try to enrage there, and then move both of these guys back. That seems a good idea to me. Okay, first off, Philippe. Hang on. No, never mind, this should work. Philippe goes here, and should I try to sadden? So here's my hit percentage chance. That's the mood that I'm going to change them to. So they're neutral, and I'm going to make them a little bit cranky. That is showing how much of their health bar I'll take away. Health or spirit, rather. Because we're not actually attacking against their health. We're attacking against their resolve to continue, basically. And that's their emotion slider. So I can try and sadden, which also seems like it'll break their armor and make them really sad, but it's only got an 80% chance to hit. I would like to go for the kill. Just 100% chance to hit. That's the reason I wanted to roll that one. So now that I've freed up that space, hopefully my Victor... Yes, excellent. Victor will make it all the way back here. Goes for a kill. 100% successful. So now, since we've decided our own attitude to be aggressive by using aggressive attacks, and our opponent's attitude is aggressive, we now have a mood for the fight. And the mood has become hostile, which means devious powers have plus 25% power. So now I'm going to move backwards to here and then use a devious power in long range. And it has plus 25% power, basically damage. Monsters become enraged and loses it and just runs away. And it's got extra power just because of the mood of the situation. Oh, dang. Oh, that's a fair bit of spirit damage right there. Luckily, his positioning should block off... Never mind. Oh, solid miss. That's not going to work out too well for you, buddy. So the interesting thing is, since I used a devious attack to kill someone, I'm turning this encounter, or my attitude in this encounter, devious. So it'll be devious, my attitude, their attitude will be aggressive, and then the mood will change. That's if I get another devious kill. I think I could... Well, I could cheer. No nearby targets for cheer. Can it only hit an ally? Oh, attitude has to be uncertain. Right. That makes sense. So I could back off and then go for the long range attack here. I don't know. Actually, that needs to happen. Hang on. What? Can't I? There we go. Perfect. So now I've changed the mood of the encounter. I've got plus 25% grit to all crew members, and we're poking the bear. The reason I wanted to do that is because now I'm about to build up a lot of aggression to basically balance out what I've just done there. Ah, damn it. I didn't want to roll the attack. That's my bad. I wanted to move around him before I rolled that attack so that I would be in a better position. Oh well. Everyone's moved. Let's end our turn. That attack looks like it had an AoE. An AoE, luckily, that I didn't end up triggering. I think if I move here, I should be able to hit with... Yeah, yes, perfect. Yeah, that's... Hang on. I could heal him up. That actually seems a pretty good idea. Especially if I'm gonna try and be super aggressive here. And you are excited, so you have plus 25% speech power. Oh, well, that's a shame because you're using attack. Are you? Oh, wow, no. I could use speech for a lot of damage there. Extra effect. Target becomes confident if it is currently positive, giving it plus 25% attack. I don't want that, so if I'm ever going to do it, I want to do it now, before they're positive. Okay, and then you should go... Actually, I don't want that person... Oh, they could move there and do AoE anyway. So I should go here and then go for the combat kill. Which will change the mood of the encounter again. A kill acts as 2 ticks along this bar. Basically, you tick from the start of the bar right up until you hit that, so each usage of an ability of this type, so friendly, will fill 1 of the pips. If you kill someone with it, it'll fill 2 pips. And then if you reach the end, you'll change your own attitude. Okay. Luckily, Victor actually has really high armor, so that's a pretty stupid attack to be making against Victor specifically. Nope. So I just need to make sure that at the end of this fight, I'm still aggressive so that I impress him with my skill. Which means this is probably a great idea. Nice. I'm almost certain to finish this right now, because this guy's a rogue, so he's got high damage. And... rip! Thus completes our first expedition. Tommy's impressed with our skill. Tommy is pretty impressed. You're pretty strong, pretty impressive, but now I have to go. You deserve this treasure map for your victory. Bye. He leaves to follow Revlier, who's already disappeared with the Viking ship. Good lord, how did you move it? Do you have a UFO with a tractor beam or something like that? Seriously, how did you actually move an entire Viking ship? We got some praise and a treasure map. All of our crew members will gain attack permanently increased by 1. And we've got a cryptic treasure map. Its meaning is pretty cryptic. It's passed around after investigating the crew states their interpretations of the map. It points to another Viking antiquity site nearby. The treasure is buried deep underground far away from here, or the landmark on the map that locals might recognize. I think I'm going to go with treasure buried deep far away from here, just because if I have to move again, it's possible, in my mind at least, that this means, oh, it's still on the island, so move and go find it. I don't have any supplies, so I can't do that. So I'm going to say treasure is buried deep underground far away. We earned some respect and coin from the endeavor, and we got a bigger reward, a new treasure. A Viking helmet. 5 combat encounter. Okay. As with the last find, your expedition concludes on a high note. However, it's clear that if you want to be the most renowned explorer, you still have to beat Revlier. Now it's personal. We have explored the Highlands. We did it apparently aggressively. We built a reputation for being aggressive. And we can see all of the resources that we've gathered. Before we go spend them. Exotic locations uncovered in the Icelandic Isles by promising explorer Victor Signac. Explorer Society board members are excited at the progress of this awesome autocrat. So there is Hunk McGee, Mathieu Riviere. Only about 25 times more renowned than us, so whoa, we're right on the way.
A magnificent job. The Board of Renowned Explorers International Society is impressed by your exploration skills in the Highlands. For this achievement, Chairman Pinkerton, that's me, that's the voice I'm giving me, gives you an upgrade to your airship, which will allow you to carry more supplies.
We know the drill, Pinkerton, let's hurry. REIS, Honorary Membership. Now we get to carry 2 more supplies as our capacity. Okay, I think I already have a diplomat on my team, so I do want to go aggressive. Take that. Did you not level up throughout the mission? Wow, you really didn't. Nice. Spend research to write research papers here. They give unique bonuses to your crew. Interesting. So it costs insight, naturalist, engineer, and archaeologist. I have 1 level of engineer and 1 level of archaeologist. A lobbyist joins your entourage. Antiquity insight. Do any of these immediately seem important to me? How about I take unlock observations, and starting this project will give 1 crew member of my choice a naturalist, engineer, or archaeologist perk. So I can give an archaeologist perk to Kwame, or I can give an engineer perk to Philippe. Yeah. A focus on observation to unravel the puzzles of this world is the most important idea of modern science. The crew has an opportunity to specialize 1 crew member in any of the sciences. We'll go with Kwame as an archaeologist. What is he going to learn about? History, architecture, symbolism. That seems like it'll be super useful. Okay. Perfect. Oh, I can also unlock this, apparently. Research explorers, naturalist, engineer, and archaeologists gain +1 study when they succeed on the adventure wheel. I kind of want to get down to improved storage. Can I take that? Yes, you gain +2 supplies capacity. That seems super fucking important. Next cost is 35, so I've just run out of research. That seems like a... Hang on, have I? It looks like I could buy that. Nope, never mind. Okay, let's close that. Berlin University. Performing a job costs 1 insight. Okay, so I could perform this job in order to get some study. I think this is basically like a shop for certain different types of tokens. Not particularly interested in that right now. I think I should check out my entourage. So I have no helpers. If I get a journalist, I'll get 1 to 3 status per encounter. I don't really care about status much. I really do care about golds. Not really. Students, I care about a lot. I could also purchase a specialist. Gain an extra study if you resolve an encounter devious. That's unlikely. Gain an extra campaign if you resolve an encounter friendly. Peter Ilyich, Maestro. You mean Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky? Is that what that has to be what that's referring to, right? I think I should try and, like, strongly emphasize friendly and then take both of these. What? I can't... Huh? Aww. I can't take that because I've already taken this guy. Dang it. Unlock level 2 of shop, but then I won't be able to buy one anyway because it's 50 for this and then 100 for those. So I should probably just stack up on students. Double student and can't buy anything else. Excellent. Now I've also got a shop. So this is obviously the trinket slot, and then we've got just like an offensive weapon and then armor. Right, that makes sense. So we have Monkey Wrench. Gains the engineer perk advanced tools. You're an engineer, so I should give that to you actually. Gives us survivalist perk navigation. No one has survivalist, so I don't really care about making that more important or powerful. Decent book. Helps with your offense. +3 speech power and +1 attack power. It can also be used to hit someone in the head. That's +3 attack power and +1 speech power. Okay. Well, Kwame is all about that speech. Because you know he's all about that speech. About that speech. No offensive strats, all about that speech. Alright, let's sell that. And buy that. Okay, and then can I sell? Do I... What? How do I sell it? Oh, there we go. Perfect. And then I've only got 25 left, which is not enough to really buy anything, unfortunately. Hang on. Actually, it's 10 to sell one of these. Yeah, it's definitely not enough to buy anything. Oh, well. We're good for now, I guess. And status. How do I spend... Oh, right. I spend status here, so I actually have spent as much status as I can. Which means that I've spent all of the resources that I have gained from that mission. So we're going to have to go on another mission next time in Renowned Explorers International Society. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Renowned Explorers International Society. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself. If you have, please click like. It's very important on the first episode of a series to kind of gain traction for the rest of the series. I'm really enjoying this. I really enjoy the aesthetic and the gameplay of it specifically. So I'm going to at least continue through hopefully a successful campaign. And hopefully you'll join me for that. There's going to be a playlist in the description down below for all of my future episodes of this series. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself, and we will see you next time.